Hey guys, what is going on? Jonas here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to draw a 240SX freehand. If you want to doodle in your notebook or something and you don't know what card to draw, this is a very simple card to draw. And I mean, yeah, everyone pretty much knows it. All the JDM fanboys know it. So yeah, let's get started. I'm not going to be drawing an actual stock 240. I mean, I don't really know what it is because it's kind of like a 240, kind of not, you know. I mean, I doodle it all the time. I mean, my first video was pretty much me doodling a little bit, but you're gonna want a pencil. I found that mechanical pencils work the best. You're gonna want an eraser. Doesn't really matter. I use those little plastic erasers, those white ones, but I have one on my eraser right now, and .7 for me works the best. I really like .7. It's not .5 where it's small, but it's not humongous. So yeah, the first thing, I know everyone says you're supposed to, do the wheels first, but I don't like doing that because I like basing mine off, like, not the wheels. I don't think it looks good because sometimes you'll get focused on the wheels and the wheels look good and the rest of the car look bad. So I like to focus on the front. This isn't going to be a stock 240, so this is going to be kind of like 240 with an intercooler with some kind of front bumper. You're gonna want to start out with the front vents first on the 240 or whatever you want to call it. It's a car with pop-up headlights, so you're gonna kind of draw this little box, if you will. Just kind of sketch it. Just make sure you have enough room, kind of vision in your head how much room you need for the rest of the car. Probably be to like there or something like that, because the bumper and then the intercooler and then the wheels, you'll need some room depending on how big you make this. You're gonna kind of curve down like this, go down like this, and then you're gonna go up again, kind of make this little hump if you want to. I like doing that because I think it looks nice. I do that on a lot of mine. See, it has that little kind of like that, and then you want to make sure to overlap your actual other lines with that, so it looks like that, so it actually looks like a vent. Okay, and then I like to make another vent up on top of it, just kind of curved around with the same vent line right there. And then I like to add the piping right there. Okay, so there's our front. Now, and you can really mix and match the vents that are in the middle. It doesn't really matter what you do. I mean, it's just kind of a sketch, so be sure to not really take so much time on these. I mean, this doesn't really matter. I don't really take much time on these until I get to the shading part. I usually shade this tube first because it really brings it out, so kind of work on in the middle when you're starting out like this. Kind of go like this and make the bottom of the tube the darkest, and then kind of go a little bit lighter when you get up. Okay, make it kind of like that, just a line in the middle. Okay, like that. And then you're going to kind of go like this. You're going to have some bumps going down. And you're going to shade that. This kind of adds like a lazy chrome effect, if you will. Chrome takes a long time to color, so you don't want to do that. And then just lightly shade it over like this, lightly, and that'll add kind of like a transition effect. And then just lightly shade the top of it like that. There you go. There's that, and just darken in this back space, I like to go with kind of like a trapezoid as the intercooler vent because I think it looks cool and makes the car look mean. So I like to just make this like an angle like that, and then this, you don't bring it down as much as this angle right here. Okay, it's gonna look like that, right? Don't forget to add the little inside barrier right here to add that kind of 3D effect right there, because that's gonna make it look a lot better. Kind of bring it back, and then you can add that little right there, right? Now, if you want, I like making my intercoolers slanted like this. You can really do it anyway. I think it kind of brings it out and makes the intercooler more noticeable. But whatever you think, and it's kind of basic to draw, you know. And you don't, I mean, like the other side vents you don't really have to focus on those as of now, you know. Just focus on that, and then, you know, just draw the little, the mesh for the intercooler housing. You know, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because this is just a little quick tutorial. Okay. And then you're going to add your little license plate holder up here. Okay. So far you should have these little vents. You don't have to have two, you can just have one. It doesn't matter. You should have your intercooler vent and the intercooler in here. You should have your license plate mount right here. And from this point you can choose if you wanted a Sylvia, or I guess if you wanted a 240 SX, or you want the S13 with, you know, the headlights that go like this. You know, you can choose that, or you can choose the pop-up headlights. I mean, you can pretty make this format right here. As long as you draw this format right here, you can make it into like a lot of cars. And by a lot of cars, I mean like you can make it into a Subaru. You know, you can make it into a Subaru if you're really good. I'm not good at drawing Subarus, even though Subaru's my favorite car. I mean, you can make it into like, you can make it IS300, or not IS300, yeah, IS300. You can make it that. I mean, but I think that the, I guess you don't really have to put the license plate holder there. I think that the 240SX looks the best with this right here. So right now you're going to go and kind of darken in these areas on here just to pop it out. Darken it really dark so you can, like, darker than you can. If you have like an 8B pencil, then darken it. You want to make sure it's darker than the dark shade you put on here, on your piping. So let's finish that up real quick. I mean, you can literally turn this format into like anything if you want. Like, no, I mean not everything, but like a lot of JDM cars, you can just start doodling if you have this basic format, and you can draw it. I mean, as long as you know what the headlights look like. I mean, I can draw Eclipses, Miatas, FCs. I can draw a lot of older cars. I mean, I can draw like 300ZXs, Fairladies. I mean, cause like, you know, Sylvias. Except the S15 doesn't look too good with this. I've already tried it. It doesn't look good with that trapezoid, I think it is. I don't know. I'm not good at geometry, but it doesn't look good with this vent. So I mean, I usually just like I usually go like this with the S15, like that. With the S15, you know, I usually go like that. That was a terrible S15, but whatever. But then you're gonna add kind of an outline right here, kind of imply a line right here. And make sure you're going dark at first too. Like this is just a sketch for me, so I'm not even trying really. But I mean, seriously, like, go really light. I'm going pretty dark. I don't know why. At this point, you're going to want to darken the bottom of this right here, because that's going to be really important for adding. If you want to add a diffuser, you're going to do that now. Okay, and I usually bring it up so it goes up like that. Okay, so you should have these vents, and you should have darkened this line right here below here, and you should add a diffuser. Now if you want, like, you draw a line down right here, and wherever that line hits should be the end of your diffuser. I mean, not the end, but like where it stops curving like this. It should be the end. And right here, it should be the same exact thing on here, but a little bit farther. And then if you want to curve it up, I like doing that because I think it looks really nice when you do that. And then you kind of just go like this. And you go like that. Ta-da! There's that. So you should have all of this now. Now you're going to work on the other vents on this side. So you're going to kind of like draw a line in your head of where the other vents should go. And draw those vents. They don't have to be as detailed because we're not going to shade them in right now. And be sure to take breaks when you're drawing, okay? Because you're going to try to rush it, and that's when you need to take breaks. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've rushed a drawing and it turns out terrible, okay? It turns out terrible. Now you can kind of just draw lines on here for temporary shading, you know. Just draw some lines just to signify that you want to shade that. And then just kind of draw these. If you want to like make it more detailed than I am, this is a really fast drawing for me. I mean, I draw this car in notebooks all the time. I mean, my notebook's covered with one. Then, if you want to draw a Rocket Bunny kit, you're going to kind of bring it up right here where it starts to peak a little bit. I like drawing at Rocket Bunny because I think it looks nice. And then just kind of add like a flare, if that makes sense. Like a little tiny wave that goes like that, right? Then you're going to slowly bring this up like this. This isn't really Rocket Bunny. I mean, I just kind of designed my own little cars. And you're going to bring this around just like a wheel right there. Okay? So you should have all this right now. If you are drawing, if you want to draw a car, comment in the description and I'll do a tutorial how to draw that car. I guess I should make this more out. And then I like putting extreme camber on it. Like seriously extreme camber, just because I like it looks like a cartoony kind of feel. Like extreme camber. I'm just kidding, not like that. It would actually be like, what would it be like? Actual, like, what would I draw like it's still extreme camber though, like it's like that. But you don't like draw it like this. Okay, you don't draw it like that. You draw it like, and it's not gonna look that bad. We're not to the wheels part yet. The wheels is like the last part you do, and that is right after a break, okay? Go get some water, go get a snack if you're hungry. Take a break before you draw your wheels, because the wheels are the most frustrating part of a car. Because if you get them wrong, the whole car will look off, okay? So now you're gonna add kind of like a strafe down, and then you're going to add this little thing. It's going to look like this. Okay? Should have that little, it looks kind of like an arrow sign, like that, okay? Add this arrow that goes down. Just above where the wheel line ends right there, you're going to draw this down and draw an arrow. Okay? I like to draw these little ovals just to make sure that I have enough room for the little blinkers. And then you take this, right? You take this, bump it up a little bit up, and then you go like this. You draw that. Now, this is the part where you get to decide what kind of car you want. If you want a Miata, you don't go as up like this. Okay, this is a 240. So I'm going up like that, right? If you want a Miata, you just kind of keep it more straight and you draw a circle. And then you go and shade it with some grids. But since this is a 240, I draw this more up. Okay, and then of course you draw your little triangle right here to signify that it's actually popping open. It's not a ghost. And then you draw kind of like a loop like this, but like in here. Okay? Then you draw just a basic line, and that should go above where the headlight hits the actual bonnet of the car. You go like that. There's that. There's the first headlight, okay? Now, because the 240 doesn't just go like this, the crease goes up here. You're going to draw this crease up here, and you're going to do the exact opposite of what you just did. You're going to make you're going to make it tall, right? And make sure that this goes like draw a line across, and make sure that it doesn't go, it'll go above, right? Make it tall, and then go like down, like that. Ta-da! Perfect. Kind of, not really. Okay. Now, at this point, I realize that this looks bad, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. Just a little bit. There you go, and then you're going to add this hood. Now, if your Rocket Bunny kit, your wide body kit looks messed up like mine, just erase that. Make the wheel, make this a bit more up and over. I'm gonna make mine like an actual Now, I like to just sketch the front wheel first, but that's because I can do wheels okay. I just sketch it as a placeholder for where the wheel's going to go. If you want to do it a cartoon style, then just go like this, okay? Because that's going to look cartoony. If you want to add some tire smoke, you can do that, right? What you're going to do now is, I always have trouble with this, but the length of here probably needs to be changed up. And you're going to draw this little door swoop that goes right here. And if you're drawing tire smoke, then just fade it a little bit, okay? You're going to go dark to light, like you can see right there. You're going to keep going like this, right? So at this point, you should have this. If you don't, go back to the video and, maybe slow it down if you're on the computer. This isn't going to look like a good drawing. It's your first drawing, you know. But eventually, you'll get better. I like drawing deep dish wheels, like this cartoon style that I'm going to do right now, just because I think it looks nice. So we're going to draw this, and I like to draw this and then go take a break, but for the purposes of this video, I will not take a break. Okay, and then you're going to add kind of like a line right here, okay? And what I always thought that helps me out is, one, drawing another line here, along here, right? And then you draw these kind of like this, okay, to make it look like it's actually going in. You see how that already makes your mind look like it's deeper, okay? From this point, you can do both things right here, okay? See how this tire looks like it can be turning outwards, like some extreme extreme turning radius, or you can make it look like camber and darken this, okay? You can do both of those things. I am going to just make it, extreme camber, so I am going to darken this up. Darken up this. And then I'm going to add some wheel lines right here. I go up like this, Okay. Now it's still going to look like the car's turning until you erase these. And this is just, from you seeing them, it's going to look like it's deeper, okay? So now you're going to draw these little circles, and those are your bolts that go onto the car, and you can put little circles inside of those again, right? And then what I like to do with Extreme Camper is I like to go and make these rims, because I think they look pretty fresh with them. These little just two spoke wheels. Right. And then don't forget where you see this to go in between your wheels, okay? Like this. And don't forget to make this line right here to make it look like your wheel is actually spoked and not made with what do you call it? What are the toothpicks, okay? So now it should start looking together. Now you go and make these little lines right here and just okay. Now does it look better? It doesn't look like it's turning as much anymore. Kind of like an optical illusion. Now you're going to take it and just for beginning, for yours, you're going to make it look like that. Okay? You're going to make it like that. Then you're going to just darken this stuff. You're going to darken this in. Darken all this. You can add this kind of wheel layer behind this. There you go. So that looks kind of like it's there. This is a kind of a cartoonistic style to this. Right, there you go. Now I like adding tire smoke when I do this, but I don't have my blenders with me. So I'm just going to add this. So there you go. You should have this now, okay? Now, you're going to draw this. And be, like, when you're doing this one, hold your pencil in the back, because you're probably going to mess up on this and you're going to have to erase it, okay? Draw that. Draw this angle right here, okay? Draw that, okay? Now, you're gonna, this part always messes me up and I have to go erase it a bunch of times. Pick the other side of your roof. I picked wrong like that, right? But you're gonna go pick like that, okay? For mine, I messed up right there. It's probably be like over, maybe like right there, maybe even more. What is it? But maybe like back here. Okay, and it wouldn't even be that high. It would be like that. Okay, so like that. After you're done with this, if you want, you can add a banner. I like adding banners because that leaves me less room. I don't have to shade as much. And you're going to add another prong inside here, right here. Okay, and then you're going to make this line. Turn it upside down. Be sure to move your drawing upside down because that'll help you stay in the same perspective that you have that mindset of, right? You're going to draw that. That's going to be like the basic interior of your car, okay? I like to draw this little handle here. Okay. Now, you're going to take this, and from where this goes up and down like this, I want you to just draw a line right there. From this tire going right here, I want you to draw a line right there. From this door right here, I want you to draw a line right there, okay? Now, this is like a mini perspective, okay? This is mini just because it is kind of front-faced. You're going down, so you know what perspective is. Farther things get away, the smaller they get. So, I'm going to draw this, right? I'm going to draw that, okay? Make sure you have it like this. And you're going to draw this kind of, you're going to draw like a mini C right here, right? Draw that. Now you're going to draw this body line from the top of this, the top of your wide body kit, if you have one. If you don't, just try to guesstimate where it is. Just right there, Okay, right there. Now you're going to go correct your C from here, and then you're going to just go down like this. Okay, there you go. Looks a bit better, right? Then you're going to go a little bit below here and draw the door handle, which is just a cube, right? It's just a cube. Then I like to have a circle around it. Make it look like it's a bit darker, right? Now with the 240, it has that kind of hatchback feel, right? So we're going to go like this. Just draw a triangle. Right? You're just going to go from there to there. Draw a triangle. And erase this. Okay? This is why I said go light, because on mine, you can still see that. This is why I said go light. Okay? Now if you want, you can go like this and add like a side skirt if you want. I don't like adding side skirts because they mess with the Rocket Bunny kit or whatever I think the kit's called. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a Rocket Bunny kit, but I mean, I know it looks like one, but it's kind of not. Then you want to go and add your extension right there. Make sure you have this right there, right? And you want to do the same thing you did with the other wheel. Mine's going a bit off the paper. Okay, and since the 240 goes short, you're going to go right there, okay? Now it should look something like this, okay? Now if you want, you can make it do a burnout and you can just have smoke here and not draw the wheel. You're going to probably end up drawing a little bit of it, okay? I like drawing Duckbill Wings on my 240. So you're just going to draw like this, okay? You're going to draw a little triangle, just like that. You're going to go up here, across until you hit this, okay? Now you're gonna add this, and I won't be going into shading this car unless you guys actually follow the directions on how to do this. I mean, like, that's not what I meant to say. I'm gonna just say, like, unless you guys actually want to know how to draw this car. Now, if you want, I usually just stick with a frick ton of negative camber in the front and no negative camber in the back. Because I don't have enough paper to do a full camber setup in the back. I usually put, like, huge tires on the back. Huge tires in the back with my cartoon drawings. But that means we can make it look even more deep dish now. Do the same thing you did with over here. Right? Okay. You're going to just shade this in. If you don't want to go over the line, just use your nail and go like this. Another tip, put a piece of paper on top of here so you don't smudge it. I don't really care, but unless you get like a really nice drawing out of this, then I wouldn't want to smudge it, you know. Then you take this, and this is optional. This is what I'm just coming up with right now. I like to go like that, right? And make it even wider. Add that like wide body effect right there. And add this little shading right here, right? And bring this around. And just slam, okay? Now, you should have this back tire right here. I might have gone too fast. What you're going to do is you're going to have your wheel here, right? You have just your wheel. And you're going to bring this down from about here and just go like this, okay? And you're just going to go flat. Second step to here, you're going to bring it from this corner right here and you're going to go around. You're going to go up, okay? And you're going to do that right here and right here. Now, I usually just add like a basic tire tread like this. But for this, you go around like this, that, and it'll make it look like realistic. And then you go and shade it all in and stuff like that and blah blah blah. But that's what I'm gonna do right here. So yeah, there's my 240 drawing. 240 SX. SE, depending on where you live in. If you want me to tutorial on how to draw a car, leave it in the comments below. I'll show you how to draw it. Yeah, so this is, you should have something relatively looking like this. Of course, I don't expect you to have an amazing drawing just like mine. I'm just kidding, my drawing is actually really crappy. I don't expect it to look just like this, because I have drawn this car a lot, you know. I mean, this is one of my most drawn cars. I mean, look at this. I mean, I love the 240. I mean, here's another drawing of it, you know. This was actually a while ago. Wow, I remember this. But, I mean, yeah, that is a long time ago. But if you guys want me to show you how to do a back-end perspective of the 240 like this, leave a like and comment yes on the video. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to win this, I mean, I really... If you want to win this, just say you want it, because I have too many of these, okay? If you want it, just say just say I want it. First person to say that they want it can have it. I don't really care. If you want me to make a tutorial on how to draw a car or your car or whatever you want, leave a comment of the year and model of your car in the description below, and leave a like, and be sure to subscribe, okay? Anyways, peace out. Have a nice day, you guys. You guys are awesome. Be sure to check every Wednesday I upload. So yeah. Another tip, make sure to darken these areas right here. Right here. Like, better than me, better than I do. And don't forget that don't darken this in. And kind of shade in this a little bit. And don't forget to add the kind of like this over here too. And a dark line over here. This should be wider than I made it. And then for shading, honestly, just go like this. Just go like this and darken. This should be the darkest right here. This should be kind of light and then dark. And then this right down here should be the darkest, like dark, and then go leading up to light, dark, and then light, and then dark light. Okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, you guys. Have a nice day. Jay.